number 2, 3, and 4 of the preseason. Tri-City lifts it straight up and out. Play, we got a fight. And going down looks like Berg. He gets right back up, and they're going to continue to swing. Here's Joe Berg for the Tri-City Storm. He's matched up with Philip LaPointe. LaPointe and Berg, they're going to trade more blows here in the defensive zone for the Storm. They each go down to the ice. Joe Berg and Philip LaPointe, they saw each other plenty of times last year when Berg was a member of the Omaha Lancers. He's now wearing the white and purple.
And here we go. It's going to be a tussle. It's Kokonos and Caponi right off the hop. Rights and lefts by Caponi, and a big one there from Kokonos. They tie up. A right from Kokonos over the top. His helmet's off as Kokonos, and down they go. You thought it might be coming, and the first tussle of the year has come and gone. It's Cam Kokonos and Connor Caponi.
For themselves, probably those guys push themselves out, then break it up. Brought in ahead by Cassetti. He carries it to the corner, knocked away around to the near side, picked up and fired away to the ice. And we got another fight going. This time it's Jason Poland and Connor Caponi. I have no idea what brought this on. We've also got an injured Rough Rider over the far circle. That's Kyle Loft who's trying to get to the bench. He's up on his feet, heading over there. Owen and
So it's back in the possession of Alex Vlasic of the U18s. Angles one ahead to Hughes, who's decked by McDonald. And now Waite's going to go after McDonald. This is turning into a brawl. McDonald tangled up. Staudiker got right in there. Here comes Joshua. Waite's down on his back. Vlasic and Joshua tangled up. And we're going to get a penalty. Certainly.
Wall. Now lead pass. Walsh gets leveled by Pietronero. Oh my goodness. And now Pietronero, as O'Leary goes after him. And you know what? There's just a Bunch of rights here, and now he doesn't fight. It's Tonelli. Jordan Tonelli going out with Pietronero. Pietronero, a couple of rights, and he's down. The mouth guard there from Walsh.
For Luke Manning, could be a 3-on-2. Manning drags to the backhand into his forehandy at the post. Oh, Luke Manning, a slick move inside and out. And now in front of the net, it's Lee and Carew. And Bucks fans will be on their feet here. The first regular season fight. Haymakers from Lee and Carew. As Lee with another big right. He's been just hammering Carew here. There's a good one from Carew, and he goes down. And so Casey Carew trying to spring some life back into this game, and that was a time when the Bucks needed it.
And then decides to pop off the gloves quick. That one was slow to go. Ian Murphy just kind of looked at him, so does his gloves on. Let's rock and roll. And then started going. The Caesar popped one on him, threw an uppercut, hit him, and then they both fell onto the ground, but the Caesar caught him a few more times with the referees.
Back, turning and shooting. It's blocked, and Karam's out to center. Paul feeds it up the ice. Now we're going to have a scrap here between Schmidt and one of the gamblers. That is Leitner. The linesmen dive in. Schmidt was hit from behind, and there was no call, so he took exception.
Poza being gone after by Murray. This would be a heavyweight battle. They're going to go. Murray, 6'5", 220 against Benito Poza, who's feeding him right hands. Murray trying to get his hand free, does so. Gets Poza with a couple hooks, who doesn't have a helmet. Now Poza answers with a big right. Has him in a headlock, and they both go down.
And Renlund and Berg are going to go. Joe Berg wanted it. He's not afraid to fight. Renlund not afraid to go either. Berg's got him in a headlock. And the referees will come in. And Joe Berg.
Face-off draw here, won by the Hawks, goes in off back behind the net. Swung around to the left side. Up the left side, knocked down, and there is an offside whistle as Lampa tried to bring it across, and now we got fisticuffs after the whistle as Crozier has dropped the gloves here, and he is letting him have it there as he takes down Maroney and gives Maroney a couple of good shots.
It wide. DeLuca back along the boards, tagged into the boards hard there, but back around to the near side for Locke. Forced to send across. Frank Messina's headed for the penalty box, and I think he's going to get some company. And maybe more as DeLuca. And Smolik dropped the gloves. Here we go. Smolik right into the side of the helmet. DeLuca with the right of his helmet. Now Smolik to DeLuca. DeLuca, a couple of uppercuts. Smolik taking 3-4 shots, lost his helmet. Smolik moves. Now he returns the favor with the big roundhouse right. They are really going at it. Finally, Smolik lost his edge. It went down, and the linesmen get in and break them up.
Tyler Spott carving into the left circle. He's knocked off the puck. Walsh along for Connor Senkin. Walsh is belted behind, and Bricky's going to go after Moss, and the gloves are off. Bricky took offense to that from Paul Moss after he belted Walsh, and boy, some big fists there from Moss. Bricky took a couple of hard blows right to the gourd.
Going back with possession, catching the Lancers defense off guard. Here's Myers out in front, fires one left to the side for Grant Anderson. Now Myers and Giannetti are going to drop the gloves. Here we go. So now they'll start throwing punches. Giannetti feeds him one to the head. Still tied up. Giannetti loses his helmet. Still continuing to feed Giannetti. Myers hits him in the back of the dome. Still on his feet. Throwing some punches. Now Myers' helmet's off. Giannetti continues to feed him right into the throat. And the referees will come over and break it up.
Groups for the Flying Aces. Driscoll. Nice pass to Singleton. Singleton across the Green Bay line. Tight checking affair here. 9:14 to go as Singleton and Spott joust with each other. And now we're going to have a fight. The two number 9s. Singleton with a couple of rights. And another right. Singleton going back. He tries to throw a left. The roar of the crowd here.
They'll play it all the way down, and it goes on goaltender Jared Moe. And we got extras. Jack Babbage doing battle, and he's going to get into a fight. He's got one going right now. Babbage working it with a Blackhawk player, trying to shake things up. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Defense gets it back out to Tabakin, right side. Here's a shot, and that one deflects away. Picked back up by Borchardt, a little physical play in front of the net. As a shot deflects just wide of the net. Now Andre Lee's dropping the gloves. And here we go. As Lee goes, tying it up with Jake Harrison, and Harrison is taken down to the ground by Lee.
What was a great view of all the action? Call the Fighting Saints. 563-583-6880 to reserve your spot. Battle between Werner's Egla and Chasten Sayre on the far side.
We might see some fireworks here. Yes, we do.
Werner's Egla and Sayre drop the gloves, first fight of the season. Egla lands a couple rights, Sayre throwing back. Heavyweight bout here between the two. Right from Sayre connects. Another right from Sayre, and he drops Egla.
Unfortunately, one of his defensemen cleared it away. Cleared back down in the corner, knocked away along the near side. Lancers pick it up, turn, come back out. And back behind the play, we got a fight. For the Lancers, it's Christian Desir. And for the Rough Riders, it is Max Sasson. They exchange some rights and finally go down.
Put it off the glass and to the line. Not quite out initially, but it's jabbed out on the second try, and then Koopman knocked down at center. The Gamblers, we're gonna have a scrap here as Marooney went after one of the Green Bay players. Marooney jabbing with his right, now a left, and now another left. A Gambler player there, Moss swinging away at Marooney, comes over the top of him, and the linesman will get in between. Marooney landed a few short shots. Moss trying to land the big haymaker.
Plays it into the corner. Picked up by Gajarski. He gets ran into. Suter there looking for some help. Capitals need to get the physicalities. That's what Koufis is doing down there. As Koufis looks to be in. And here they go. The gloves have dropped. Quick fight there as Koufis takes down a Chicago Steel. Flips him on the ice. But TJ Koufis with a knockdown just buries Tim Clifton right away. Now Clifton won't get off of Koufis. Officials in there trying to take him off. But TJ Koufis doing what his team needs at that time. Clifton still won't let go.
One of those shots went through. 8-1. Shots on goal. Des Moines skater goes down. Big hit that time, and shaken up is Mac Welshard. And here we go. A fight right at the end of the whistle. It's Fairmouth. And Fairmouth going with Sam Redlin. And he got 2 or 3 good shots in there, and we'll both go in and sit for a while.
Lipe responding. Martini getting the best of Chris Lipe.
As it's worked up, and the Rough Riders gain possession out to the neutral zone. Another hard hit on Harding as he's upended, and now Decker, looks like Smith and him are going to drop the gloves, and here we go. Smith's helmet off immediately. Decker not happy as he'll start to throw punches at Smith, and those two tied up immediately by the referees. This place is a madhouse right now.
Continuing his point streak now to 7 games. He's got a goal and an assist. Luke Johnson on the point, 2 assists. So the top end of the Musketeers dazzling here this evening in Urbandale as now we have a fight going on. And it's Renlund throwing haymakers with grounds. These guys can chuck them. And now it's a wrestling match as Renlund goes down to the ice. And so now there might be another one going here as Bolson is pushing and shoving at center. Malinowski steps in. He's trying to keep them apart as Bolson and Lombardi are going to go now. And Lombardi goes to the ice, and Bolson, helmetless, makes his way off now, and now there's a third fight going on. It's Malinowski and Krenzen. Could it be a Donnybrook here in Urbandale? Holy mackerel. Johnson, and now Clements are going to go. Oh, my. And Clement is all over Johnson. Well, well, well. A little old school dust-em-up hockey here tonight.
After a collision earlier this period. Now he goes toe-to-toe behind the play with Miller, and a whistle's going to blow. Oh, they're going to go. Miller and Stoddaker throwing haymakers. Miller removes his own helmet, feeds Stoddaker a right, and now Stoddaker takes him down.
Brought back to neutral ice by Slavin, juggling it over the Black Hawk line. Josiah Slavin run over on the left wing boards by Paul. He caught his chin, I think, on the lip of the boards, and now Pinto is going after Bankson and Paul. They're going to drop the gloves, and Paul lost his balance. The linesman will dive in between. We'll see if this is officially considered a fight with both players dropping their gloves.
Things starting to get a little chippy now. Paul Moss in a battle line. Here we go. Moss is in a fight. Moss trying to avoid some hits there. He's getting pounded, and now he's got the jersey jab. Moss with a jersey jab, and down he goes. Moss got tied up with Colby Ends. He'd had enough of him.
By Lamoureux. Rebound kept in by John Larkin, sent down in the corner around the wall to the near side now. And it's going to be Bandel. And we have a fight behind the play. Getting pummeled with fists is John Larkin going up against number 29. That's Calvin Picorni. And they get pinched to the boards by the linesman as Picorni now tries to attack one of the linesmen.
Muskegon blue to Bucas. Ferris skate to stick to Alex Gaffney, who's jarred down. Oliver McDonald picks up the loose puck. And now we've got a fight. It's Owen Ferris who hauls down Braden Costello.
That might be Joshua's best hit of the year that I've seen here, at least.
Oh, now he's going to go. Rory Herman and Jagger Joshua. They've got each other by the sweater. Joshua now hauls Herman down, throwing him to the ice after a couple of hands were exchanged.
Be okay. That center to the slot. Backhand try is blocked by Musatelli. Comes down to Rule. Is now Klee and a man go right in front. And they're going to go. Gloves are off. Klee trying to get a spark here. Morrissey giving him a couple of uppercuts. Klee coming back over the top. And here he goes with a hammer shot. That takes Morrissey down. He pops up and gets an extra shot in. Klee wants to keep going, and finally the linesmen pull him apart. So Mason Klee has seen enough.
Picked up by the Lumberjacks. Fight! Here comes Moss, and Moss lays him out with a huge right. Paul Moss with a huge right says, "Good night, son."
Still with it in the slot. Sends it into the corner trailer. Steele playing T-play. Now we got a brawl right out of the box. It's Grohl and Posa with a big right. Grohl comes back with a couple rights, and the linesman step in. Backhands it in. Colby Ends off the boards. We're gonna have a fight behind the play. It's Chaston Sayre and Noah Weber. Weber trying to get that. Oh, and a big uppercut by Weber. But then he goes down as Sayre must have got a shot in there.
Left side takes the return. Gets off her, but Sayers headed for the far side, but Coburn got a piece of it to get it wide. Cleared back into the corner, penalty coming up over there. We're going to get more than that. As we got ourselves a fight going. Kyle Walsh is going at it with Cole Ross. And they are both throwing some haymakers. Linesman trying to get them separated. They're slapping haymakers around the linesman for a second there, but now they get them separated.
Side, 3 Hawks there, 2 Capitals. Capitals win control of it, playing it back to the line. Berger just got there at the right point to keep it in. Oh, now Blackhawks Sorensen hit by a high stick and nobody saw it. The Hawks find control of the puck and clear it. Now Sorensen runs over a Capital, and Bluger wants to go with Sorensen. They drop the gloves. Sorensen lands a left hand. Bluger goes down, and the linesman will get between them as they wrestle between the circles in the Blackhawk zone.
8 minutes 45 seconds, and that was a Culver's power play goal. If you're sitting in section 207, row T.
Here we go. Here's a fight. This looks like a line there. They're going to square up. Oh, to Big Right. Big Right given there by the Captain. Down they go. Definitely getting chippy here tonight. That was a quick fight. Oh, and some extracurriculars after the fight by Madison. That's going to lead to some extra penalty minutes.
The zone, and now, and he got cracked from behind, and now splashed a couple of times. Apparently, they want to bait Pospisil a little bit, and Pospisil will have a collision now, and he gets hit in the back. I'm not sure where the referees are right now, and now they just want to fight Pospisil. That's ridiculous. And now Pospisil's going to crack and crack and crack. I tell you what, that fight had no business going on. I'm going to give it my personal opinion on the officials.
As the pass down ice, trying to connect with Josh DeLuca. And now we've got a fight behind the play. Liam Dennison is the Youngstown Phantom. Can't get the number of the Chicago player. No, that's Neil Shea. Dennison and Shea tied up. Furious jabs there by Shea. There's a couple of roundhouses with the left by Shea. Casero twisted down to one knee, and down they go.
His feet intercepted by Gould, who will carry it behind his own cage. And now trying to use some speed down the near side, sidestepping, lost the puck, lost his stick, but delivers a massive hit there to Walters. And here's a fight at center ice. Gould just laying into Giannetti. Giannetti's throwing maybe one shot as Matt Gould trying to get him, and there's the final takedown though as Giannetti gets one shot, lifting Gould off his feet, but that fight was in favor of Matt Gould until the final second.
To the cross ice for Gajarski. Gajarski behind the net, and we're going to have a fight behind the play. DeLuca going to face off against Pietranero. Pietranero throws the first punch. Now they come together again. They grapple with each other. DeLuca has a hold of the collar, throws a big right. Pietranero throws a big right. Down goes Pietranero. DeLuca comes down on top. DeLuca still trying to get at Pietranero.
Francis has it there, clear back around to the near side. This goes up along the boards, right hand side, knocked away, penalty coming up. And we may get more penalties. We got helmets and gloves flying. As we've got ourselves a fight. Merrick is going at it for Central Illinois. And Jason Nolan for the Rough Riders. Got deflected and out of play. And we got another fight.
As well, back-to-back Friday, Saturday night games. So, Herd kind of had a light schedule to start the year. We've got a lot of games coming up here. And now, Crozier, he gets hit there, and the gloves come off as Burton comes after him. Crozier's helmet is off, and they'll interject as Crozier gets another hit after they try to stop him as he went right after Crozier. That was Burton. Mert is in.
Tries again in the Des Moines end. Say hold on. Through. Quick pass through the middle. Huge hit there by Decker. And the Lancers have it. Out in front, Savage couldn't settle it. Now we have a fight. Decker going at it with Renlund. Renlund and Decker returning punches back and forth. As now they're both tied up. Helmet's still on. Decker trying to feed him a few more, and now he's upended.
So here we go. Face off again. Face off won by the Lincoln Stars. Got to continue with what's working. Lincoln with the puck. Coming up left wing side is Powell. Trying to ditch it. We got a fight going on. 2:30. Big crack. Oh, Steinberg is going to get some big cracks. He got him, and he got him to the ice. You saw something brewing on the face-off with Steinberg and his opponent.
Now here's Zabine. Zabine got to go to the line, and we got a fight. Here's Leitner. Leitner's going to light it up, and Ace goes toe-to-toe. There's a couple of rights. Oh, Leitner took a big hit. Leitner lost his lid, and now a big right from Leitner. Leitner wraps him up. Big right Leitner. Oh, he makes him lose his lid. Leitner's got him tied up, and the linesman will get in there as Leitner and Willie Neerum decided to go toe-to-toe.
On the inboards, back behind the net, pass didn't connect. It'll go through neutral ice and all the way down as Babbage to play it. Bratton comes off the bench, and here we go. Andre Pavel mixing it up with Josh Brolin, and Pavel, boy, getting several shots in with the right hand. Another right hand. Brolin retaliates, but Pavel, they're just letting him go. And Pavel now retaliating with the right hand, and Andre Pavel sends him down. And important, Sioux Falls winning. You can't give up any points here, otherwise you. Bolson set down by Aaron Grounds and makes another shot at him. Bolson has lost his stick, and we'll see. Yep, here we go. Grounds gets the first couple of shots in. Bolson responds, and the officials will get them separated. To 5-on-5, forced kill off the penalty. Loose into the slot. Johnson, a nice move. Shot into traffic, didn't get through. It's loose in the slot. And a backhanded attempt, push wide and missed the net. And here we go. Harrison mixing it up with, I believe that's Cranella. And he got a couple of shots in. He delivered the puck in the zone. Fairmouth tied up along the far side wall. Chance for Pavel. Pavel hit it off the side of the goal. Gaidamirov is tangled up with Crozier, and Gaidamirov gets a few shots in. Still wailing away on Crozier over in the corner, and the officials got to hurry up and get those two separated. Hammerlin, Gaidamirov.
Webster plays it up the boards the other way. And now a tie-up. Someone lost his stick going after the puck. And a battle up right in front of them. Penalties are coming. And we got extras and a helmet off, and we got a fight. We got a fight going on between Sioux City and Des Moines right in front of the bench area. And someone's about ready to lose their jersey out there for Des Moines. I guess these two teams remember each other pretty well.
The puck comes back here into the hand, and now a little extra pushing and shoving as Bryant gets tossed down and now gets back up, and he's going to drop the mitts, and he goes at it with Durbin, who went after him, and Durbin misses on a right. Bryant comes back, tries to land a right, and they both go down with 11 seconds to go.
He'll just fire this one in after he got blasted. And Most is going to go. Here's Most. Big uppercuts. Leveling shots. Oh, what a big shot to the dome there. Paul Most is destroying. Absolute haymakers from Paul Most. He's avoiding shots, has him pinned up against the wall, and Most is blasting him. Here's Paul Most. Just a huge right as they scrap and tie it up here, and that'll be it on that fight as Paul Most decided to take on Josh DeLuca.
the right wing corner, glides it up, and now we got a fight. Tommy Passanen will go to battle right now with McDonald. Tommy takes a big crack, lost his helmet. The big man will just wrap him tight.
Forced breakout with Myers crossing the Hawk line. Trying to hand it off to Nadler, didn't connect with him. Crone knocked down by Sorensen at the line. Puck goes into the corner on the right side. Dug out. Now we've got Harrison taking a run at Sorensen. They're swinging away. Harrison has his helmet knocked off. Sorensen gets an uppercut in. Now a right. Now a big right hand that flattens Harrison, and he's trying to land a couple of more as the linesmen try to intervene. 10:29 left to go in the third period. And when Harrison's helmet came off, he was in big trouble.
Hammers in on the Norwegian Julian Holm. Now a look in front for Russell. Stymied by Pearson. And now there's going to be a fight at the end as Kalasic goes with Renlund. Boy, that happened quick. And so Kalasic and Renlund dance to end the second.
Now Capone spins it behind the goal, but out of the reach of Haskins. The Lumberjacks McDonald comes up the rink. 1-on-1 for the moment against Paul, but we got a fight behind the play between Cameron and Ferris. Cameron lands a short right. Ferris, a little bigger, has some leverage. Cameron, another short right, trying to land an uppercut that didn't connect. Ferris goes over the top of the right, but hit the back of Cameron's helmet. They continue to wrestle near the blue line. Ferris with a crossing right hand that may have grazed the chin of Cameron. They're still trying to get at each other, but having some trouble doing it. Now Ferris wraps Cameron into a headlock, and they go to the ice.
Diving block, and Yakovenko buries it. Oh, chased in Sayre, and Cam McDonald dropped the mitch now. McDonald and Sayre throwing heavy rights. McDonald knocked down.
Clears it down into the Dubuque end of the rink. Carries back in behind the goal. Thiessen stops it there. Clears it back out to the point. Knocked back down into the corner. Loaf shoved into the boards. Face first. Penalty coming up as it clears back along the side. Now we got a fight as it's Robinson for the Fighting Saints. They both are down.
Now at center. Now taken back again by Petrick. At the line, Harrison. Now we got some fisticuffs. Handful of rights from Pavel as he's got his man wrapped up and going down. Bluger back on his feet, but Pavel throwing a series of rights at Bluger. And this is a one-sided affair. Bluger getting a couple of soft rights in, but Pavel takes him down. And we're going to get a couple of fighting majors out of this one.
Simons walking with it, hands it off to the point now near side, passing it, unwinds a shot, broken up, nice job by Omaha. Kyle Kawamura upended through the neutral zone, and now we're gonna have a fight breaking out. Babbage with Logan Will. Will throwing some right-handers, connects again, square to the face of Babbage. Uppercut, another one. Will throws him down. Fans are back into it.
Wall. First one to it is Bremer. Tried to send it behind the cage to Ninasari, who throws a couple of big hits at Joey Abate. And now Abate drops the gloves. He and Ninasari are going to go. Ninasari takes down Abate, who is still trying to stand up.
Tri-City looking for it along the near side boards. Storm couldn't handle it. Quick drive, and we got a fight now. It's Noah Prokop. Right-handed blows with Cole McWard, who goes down. They get back up, and they'll keep swinging. The officials step in there, and they'll separate them.
His first start in nets. It's being acquired in Lincoln. His first appearance in net in over a month. January 12th as we have a whistle, and here we go. Zan Gurney ready to mix it up right in front. Gurney and Barbolini, and boy, it's getting real physical. Couple of solid right hands from Gurney, and now the officials will come in and put a stop to it.
And head for a change. 2 minutes and change gone by, and a big hit thrown high on Matias Michelli, and Willie Neerum goes after Jack Miller after that hit as well.
That was a real clean hit to the head. Not a clean hit. That was a hit to the head.
And now Shearer and Smolik drop the gloves. Smolik throwing a right. Robinson has a man tangled up. Looks like 2 fights going on. Shearer has his jersey over his head. Smolik throwing a couple rights at the far side. And now the linesmen break them up.
Half wall has this one chopped away by Mella and then upended as he now takes a shot in the far corner. Gloves have dropped and Mella and Mordazane going after it. And Mella got the first couple shots. Mordazane has turtled and nothing else happening, so they're gonna jump in the way and stop this one.
Backboard. Sioux Falls looking to track into Kessel. Kessel around the boards now up on the right wing side. Sioux City, they are putting, and we got a fight on the opposite side. That's Bunting, and
Bunting.
Sean is going to go to town.
Boy, he's trying to do anything to get a little energy in the bench.
That's one of those things. You got to get him tied up on both hands, is because you saw Bunting get a couple shots.
What was made of the little scrum there at the end, right before the media timeout. So the Stars do escape. Oh, and here we go. Right in front of us, a big scrum. It's Capone and Schlott. Capone and Schlott exchanging quick punches. Here's Schlott. He is burying Capone. And the Stars get the fans on the feet that way. As the Stars now look to break out of their own zone. Big check under Kulak, and here we go again. Ninasari through the body, and we get a scrum on the far corner. And Ninasari was going to go get a penalty either way. And now back behind the play, gloves are off. Here comes Doolin. Doolin and Schmaggy. Big rights from Schmaggy. Doolin trying to get a hold of Schmaggy. They keep swinging. Now Doolin trying to come over the top. He gets a couple of quick rights, but he stays on his feet. And both bodies hit the ice. And through all of that, we're going to get quite a few penalty minutes here.
Making a big run into the wall there was Tolini. Posa stick battling there. Was Bullock, and they're going to go. And a big fight going here in Green Bay as Benito Posa's tied up with Smolak, and down to the ground they go. And we get our first fight under 5 minutes to go here in the third. They still don't want to let go of each other.
Held in though by Central Illinois. 10 seconds left now. Right circle. Couple of jabs down in front. Sayre and Berger going after it. Officials have all the whistles, and here we go. We have a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Sayre and Berger. They grapple. Berger with a couple of good jabs. Sayre gets one in there. Berger is off his bearings, but able to stay up. And there goes Christian. He gets a couple of good shots, and now it's going to be who can come down. Both the helmets fly off. Berger trying to get some, and down goes Sayre.
Another try, and does push it to neutral ice. Sorensen swipes it, brought back in by Blumel as now Sorensen's run over, and the puck cleared out to center momentarily by the Stampede. Sorensen back on his feet. Now we're going to have a scrap behind the play. This is between Westcott and Cameron. They circle. Now they come together with Westcott swinging, hitting the back of Cameron's helmet. Cameron trying to land a right. Westcott knocks his helmet off. Now Westcott's helmet comes off too. Westcott swings and misses. And a short right landed by Cameron as they go to the ice in the heat.
And the Storm will have Acosta chase it down far side. He's hooked down to the ice. Nothing cold, though. We keep playing it 5-on-5. Acosta in a disagreement. They drop the gloves. Christian Acosta with some right-handed blows to get things going in the fight. And he throws him down to the ice. And the crowd erupts.
The Cedar Valley, and before the Rock'em Sock'em Saturday gets much further, we've got pushing and shoving. We've got a Donnybrook inside the Cedar Rapids blue line with McDonough and Shingoldie dropping the gloves, and they're swinging away. Shingoldie's lost his helmet, but he lands a big right on McDonough. There's also a fight going on between Smolik and Sorensen, and penalties coming here. Now Ness is going to drop the gloves and try to get at O'Leary, it looks like. The linesmen have more than they can contend with here. There's a wrestling match between Ness and McDonough. It was initially McDonough and Sorensen, it looked like. Meanwhile, Smolik and it looks like Sorensen still trying to get at each other. This is going to be penalties up and down all over the place.
Got the save made. There's Swankler behind the goal. Had a roll from him. Far goes Bjork, has it, and the Force will get it out. Through center, couple players tied up behind the play, and Swankler's dropping the gloves. And here we go. He's going with Justin Lee, and Lee gets a couple of shots on Swankler, and they both go down with 12:49 to go here.
Cole Caulfield, his second goal of the game, assisted by number 2, Cam York, and by number 6, Jack Hughes. USA goal by Caulfield from York and Hughes on the power play at 8:15.
And more pushing and shoving as the whistle blows. This is referees trying to intervene. Up the right side, Judd Caulfield. Now Gildon with under 10 seconds left. These teams will meet tomorrow night. The home season has ended for the NCDP U18. And this game is over. Hard feelings the USHL way. The boys have to disengage. 8-1 final. And now Christian Stover coming over. This is all in front of the USA bench. Several skirmishes. And John Robleski trying to restore peace. So there will be more penalties as the game expires.
To DeSantis. That one knocked down, goes in front of the Stampede bench. DeSantis comes back. Kessel took his man down, though, and he's going to get a call. And a little extracurricular come in after that. As Ivan Usenkov now gets bumped from behind now, and he's being held on to as Loft comes over. Johnson takes care of him, and now Johnson and Loft are going at it as Loft dropped his gloves and went after Johnson, who was just trying to break it up.
Brought back out to the neutral zone on left wing by Plasinski over the Blackhawk line with a wrist shot. It deflects and goes into the left wing corner. Will overskated it there. He's knocked down as he collides with Angum. And now we've got a penalty that's going to be called on the Hawks, but we got a scrap behind the play with Angum dropping the gloves with a Lancer. That's Ilzendagger. And the linesman tried to dive in between those two as that was a scrap that started
with Angum.
Under 17 end of the rink. Bakanoff has it along the boards, knocked away there. Picked up as Truscott got knocked down by Sasson. He picked up the puck, stopped it, and Sasson just knocked him down. 1 minute to go in the contest. Riders by 5. As it's cleared back in behind the goal around to the near side. Kyle Loaf spins away from a forecheck from Wright, who then muscles him to the ice. And here goes. It's going to break down a little bit here. Linesman trying to get them separated. This is what I was afraid of, as Rolston and Francis are throwing punches. They're trying to get them all separated. Kyle Loft is just being sent to the locker room. He's right by the locker room door. I would guess Will Francis is going to join him down there. The contest, Riders by 5. As it's cleared back in behind the goal around to the near side. Kyle Loaf spins away from a forecheck from Wright, who then muscles him to the ice. And here goes. It's going to break down a little bit here. Linesman trying to get them separated. This is what I was afraid of, as Rolston and Francis are throwing punches. They're trying to get them all separated. Kyle Loft is just being sent to the locker room. He's right by the locker room door. I would guess Will Francis is going to join him down there.
Down for Pinto. Steps to his left, cuts back to his right. And he's thundered by Manning. And that's going to be a penalty, though. And now Murphy and Manning are going to drop the gloves. And Murphy standing up for his teammate Shane Pinto after Manning clobbered him in the left-hand corner.
Seconds to go. Sioux Falls a 5-1 lead. In Game 3, they decisively take this one. And with 3 seconds and ticking, the Sioux Falls Stampede have won the Clark Cup in Chicago. Jackson Stauber mobbed by his teammates. Glove sticks are maroon. And a new champion is crowned. The Sioux Falls Stampede are champions of the 2019 Clark Cup.